good. We should be good. We are in here.
Sandy Productions. This is Mello.
It's Jason. We're here with a special guest today.
Yeah. We would like to welcome YRU VEXxD. He's a special friend of ours, VEXxD. And yeah, he's, I've known him for so long, for days. Day ones. So, tell him about yourself.
Fact.
Speak
how you doing? I go by YRU VEXxD. I make music. I've known Mello for about 12 years or so. I met you when I was like 9 on the playground, 3rd grade.
Yeah.
My day one there. We seen each other grow a lot. But yeah, no, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, me too, man.
Of course.
We're happy to even put you on, man.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
Of course. Get to the musics and
let's get into it, guys. Let's get into our segments.
News.
Let's get it.
What we got for music this week, Mello? What are your picks? Let's go 5 picks right now.
5 picks right now.
5 picks for the week.
All right, we're gonna go. Hold up, give me 1 sec. Pull it up. All right. 5 songs. Well, we're gonna go ASAP 12 and Conway the Machine.
Okay.
Crazy.
Okay.
We go China Mac. They Can't Burn Us All.
China Mac.
He speaks for his people. It's very deep. And yeah, man, that's like it though, man.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see too many stuff. Well, JID dropped that song with Conway, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous
Conway's
collab
crazy.
Right there.
Conway's crazy.
Man,
Conway's crazy.
That's like song of the week the past couple weeks.
You got any like picks for like music, Noah? Any like favorite music for this week?
I mean, I've been listening to a lot of Joyner since he just dropped his new album and shit.
So you heard I Stand on That song?
Oh, definitely, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've been listening to a lot of Joyner.
Yeah.
I always listen to X every day. I listen to Peep a lot. So that's always, I mean, like, I like broadening my horizons with music, but I always kind of stay with the same kind of people because I know that music will always, like, keep me straight, you know what I mean?
I feel that. You gotta stick to your roots.
No, I definitely understand that.
Where you connect with, yeah.
I can still go back and listen to all my my metal phase and stuff. I still listen to that stuff. There's always something you go back on.
Yeah, that's real. Any shit music?
Shit. I mean, anytime. I don't know. Let's check what's on the top charts right now. Anything on there is probably not as great. But yeah, no. Specifically, I didn't hear anything this week that made me want to kill myself. So. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, man.
Oh man.
So we talk about the fucking election.
So
dead people voting.
Oh man, yeah. There's a lot to talk about when it comes to the election. But yeah, dead people voting is a story that I heard the other day, and it was just like, how do you mess up that bad? Like how are dead people voting?
I don't know.
That's just
they're just writing it off as like that. Yeah, it's like one of those like scam shits.
It's a mess, man. It's a mess. I don't know.
It's really weird.
I don't really dip my toes in all that stuff. It's too
ridiculous.
It's too negative. If you really strip it down, I mean, it makes everybody hate each other. So I'm not a fan of politics or anything like that. So whoever won the election, my life's still gonna be the same. I'm going to continue living the way that I live until I can't. So that's kind of how I see it. I feel like someone being a president is going to stop me. But, other people have their own opinions, and I respect them all around. But that's what Jason thinks.
Yeah, I feel that.
That's what Jason thinks.
Feel that. Congratulations on all the hard work that you do, right? So we're going to go into, like, talking about what is your favorite song that you dropped in throughout all your like career?
Like recently?
Yeah.
Or like
throughout your whole catalog.
Like
throughout your whole catalog.
Ever.
Okay. I do a lot of collabs with my friends. Like I don't really reach out for collabs a lot.
Yeah.
So a lot of times it's just with people that like I love, like that I know personally.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Which is why we gotta get a collab like ASAP. Like I don't know. Crazy. When we're gonna do it, I need that like soon, man.
No,
But I mean, I just dropped an album, and I got my buddy Tommy, who's known as Tommy Drever's Photography, and he was on he did an intro for me, which I thought was really cool. It's called "It's About Time." But I just dropped when my buddy came home from Japan. We dropped a song together called "Not for Long," and that's it was something that we wanted to do for so long because he's actually the person that like told me to start recording because you know me, like growing up we would just like freestyle around and like we had like school rap battles and like we did all that stuff, but like he was the dude who told me to like put it down. So we got a track, and that's it ultimately just became one of my favorites. Shout out Chris Joyce.
Yeah, shout out
him. That's some real shit.
Real shit, man. Real shit. What are the top 10 favorite artists of all time?
Ooh.
Like just all right. That's difficult, man.
So it is difficult. It counts as dead or alive, I think.
Yeah, anything.
All time, so.
Dead or alive? Okay. I mean, okay, if we're not going based on like who's actually like the best, and if we're going just by like personal opinion, I think that's easier because
what impacted you?
You specifically, yeah.
I'd say like just straight up X. X is one of my biggest impacts. Peep's one of my biggest. Juice WRLD's one of my biggest impacts. Mac Miller.
Mac Miller.
Yeah, which is crazy when you break it down because you can be like, "Who's your favorite people?" and you can name like 4 dead people. Yeah, and like those are, you know what I mean? It's really weird.
It is weird. I know, like mad. I can name a lot too.
Yeah, which is so what do we have? 4.
We got 4. Yeah.
It's definitely hard. I definitely like Millie's, who's from Boston.
Oh yeah.
Who I started rocking with him when because he had me on his live on 3 separate occasions, like to just freestyle for him, which I thought was cool. He does all that like reaching out kind of thing, which I like. I love Jordan Lucas again because he's just like local, and I love supporting local people. He's just one of the few from around here that like really blew up and like put Worcester and Boston on the map.
I like Token. He's very local.
Token, yeah.
He's coming up. He's definitely coming up, and he's I think he's from North Shore actually.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. That's where I was from.
I see. We seen him. He went to a school thing.
Oh yeah.
Like an opioid.
It was when Manchester was getting bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to one of those in Lowell, and they had like Mark Wahlberg's brother there.
Yeah. Okay. Ours didn't have that, but ours had like a video of Mark Wahlberg's brother. It was like the same shit.
Yeah, I went to his the release of the video because he directed it.
Yeah.
It was with that kid that got into pills and shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know exactly what you're talking about because it was like the premiere and we went there and it was at the arena in Lowell.
It's the same thing.
I know the arena.
It's the same thing. Yeah.
It's just you probably seen it first when they were.
It's where UMass plays.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but no, we went on a school field trip and that was pretty cool. They had like, I mean, but taking like 30,000 or so different kids from different schools and putting them in one room is really not the place to do that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because it was all like the delinquent kids that went. It was the kids in like special programs that went to be like, because they were doing the shit that was, being shown to us in the movie and shit. So like they had all the kids who were like doing that kind of thing go. And so if you put like, a couple thousand drug addicted kids into one room, it becomes something totally different. It's really not. Everyone's just kind of like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I feel that. You're speaking.
No, definitely.
What made you want to do music the way you do it?
Like in the style that I do it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a lot of years of just like trial and error because it's like there's a big difference between when you start writing and when you start recording because the voice in your head's a lot different than the voice that you put out. So
that's facts.
You can get you're always trying to tweak it to where you want it to be, and you basically just there's also a difference between when you start recording and then like a few months, even just months of recording is when you start to find like your rhythm.
Yeah.
And people can spend like just years looking for the voice they want to go for. And people, like, if you look back at artists that even have like a 10-year career right now, like from when they started to like a year in, 2 years in, 3 years in, it's always different, and everyone's always evolving. Which I think we talked about this a little earlier, is what you have to do. You can't you can't be mundane. You can't do the same thing. You have to always evolve your style. Sometimes it's for the better, sometimes it's for worse. Hopefully, it's for the better. But
yeah.
I mean, I guess it's just it was just years of trying to figure out like what sound represented me, what I most identified with.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like you can try to make like a song in a style, you know, that you're interested in or something like that, but you start making music because, or at least I started making music just because I wanted to have something that my friends and I could listen to. So you know, a lot of people like imitate what they hear. And so that's where you get like, I remember when I first started releasing music, it was all like this dumb like hype shit that I wasn't even really into. And it was something that like if somebody tried to bump it, I'd be like, turn that shit off because I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
And that's when you start to be like, oh, if I don't want to listen to it, what makes the person next to me want to listen to it? Do you know what I mean? So
you got to be your own favorite artist. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to some degree, you have to just I think you have to rock with yourself. You have to just have a lot of confidence. That's really what it is. But you also have to you have to A, be humble, and B, you have to look at what you're doing. If you're 100% satisfied with something that you're doing, then I don't think you're a true artist, because you can never be satisfied. Because if you're not, if you can look at what you've done and be like, yeah, that's it, that's my pinnacle, like that's as good as it's gonna get, then that's not getting anyone to listen to you, because songs die out.
You're only going as high as your head thinks, as high as you know the ceiling is. Yeah. Like
you could release the hottest track of 2020 right now, and 6 months from now, nobody will be bumping that shit.
That's for real.
So it doesn't matter how good it is, man, because there are some songs that have stood the test of time. But you can't just rely on this, you know, like one style, because people get bored of it. That's why people end up switching their flows. They switch their producers, like where their beats are coming in from, what kind of style they have. That's why people keep switching.
Oh yeah, you gotta have all that.
For sure.
I like that.
I like how you put that, because this is great words for people who want to be an artist, because music, I feel like, in a way, makes the world go round. And if there's aspirations for anybody to really want to go for this, Noah just summed it up there for you. Confidence, but you also have to know yourself. So, you know, I definitely agree with what you said there, and it's good. It's good food for thought for anyone who wants to take a step into music, because, I mean, it's something that maybe you could do and you didn't even know. You just have to take that step towards it. But I actually have a question for you. What song took you the longest to make? Like writing process, recording process, all of it. Which one really took a while in the oven for you?
So I when we first started, so it depends on if it's like, because sometimes it takes long because of the writing process, sometimes it's the recording process, sometimes it's mixing and mastering it. But I mean, if I had to like pick one that took me just a really long time to do, it was definitely It's About Time, because I had my one verse. There's two verses and then the chorus, and I had the first verse in my phone for about a year and a half, and I ended up getting a different beat for it, because my producer Josh Schofield actually gave me the name for my album. He said it should be called It's About Time. And so I was like, I want a title song for the album. And then I heard a beat, and it worked with this verse that I had stuck on my phone. And I just wrote, I was in the studio with him. All I had was the verse. I ended up just writing the hook really quick and then writing the second verse. But then also I had one that I had just put it out. That's called Am I a Good Person? It's on the album. And I had that on my phone for probably about 3 years. Like since I was 18, I had it on my phone. And it's just one of those things where like, I kept trying to record it on my own and doing all these different things, but you know, Mello and I just talked about this earlier. It like production is like 80% of a song. Like writing something, recording something, it's all about like your producer can either make or break your song. So if you're not big into producing and you try to produce a song, like you could take something that should have been like real hot and then just turn it into something that just, you know, sounds like shit.
Yeah.
And so you really need, it's a whole, like, that's why I'm blessed to have the opportunities that I have, like the people around me that I do. You know, I have a great engineer, and if I didn't have like those people, I'd be nowhere, because nobody, you can only record things on your phone and put them out for so long before people are like, why is this not getting technologically better? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, you gotta evolve, you know, like you said. It's crazy.
Exactly.
It's dope. Real shit, man. The connections are very important.
Yeah, no, it definitely is.
I respect that, man. Your work ethic is really nice, man.
Only for this, too. I'm pretty lazy and everything else, man.
Yeah, no, you know why? It's because it's your passion. If you love doing it, it's not work.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
Yeah, it's not work to me, which is why there's times when I'm writing songs and it feels like work, and I just put them in the safe. Because you can pick shit up like that, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll just be flowing in my head sometime and write it down, but then I'll fucking kill myself over this song because I'm just like, I'm working on it for hours and hours and hours, and you just drain yourself, and you can't do that.
Bro, it's crazy. I got a lot of those shits in the safe. And they're probably like one of the best shit. You never know. It's crazy. Leave it in your safe and you never know.
But take it out when the time comes.
Well, some people, it's like we just said, it's all about confidence.
Yeah.
So if you don't have the confidence to put something out, you know what I mean? Because that's how it is on stage too.
Oh yeah.
Like if you're going up on stage and you don't have faith in what you're saying, and you don't like believe that what you're saying is at least worth listening to, then it's not, because everything's all about perception. If you don't think you're good enough, then you're not. If you believe that you're good enough, if you believe that you're ready, then you are.
Exactly.
It's
all up to you, because you're the person that's fucking playing that part.
You can, dude, I just try to be the master of my universe.
Yeah.
That's how it is. Like my first time on stage, I was getting texts from people saying like, if you don't want to do this, you don't have to. We can just go home and get drunk. And I was like, I brought everyone out. It was at the Middle East downstairs in Cambridge.
The Middle East.
Yeah.
I've been to the Middle East a couple times. Yeah.
The Middle East is cool, man. It was definitely a cool first place to do my first show. But I'm telling you, man, like I made that deciding factor in my head that I was just gonna do it, because sometimes life's not black and white, but sometimes it is. Sometimes you have to be like, I'm doing this or I'm not, and you make a split decision right there. And I just said, I'm doing it. You know, drag people out there, and you know, I've been waiting for an opportunity ever since I started recording music. So this is my opportunity to do it.
Exactly.
And as soon as I grabbed the mic, it's just all my anxiety, all my fear just went away, because just, you know, you have, you know, 500 or so people just ready to listen to you, and everyone's just like looking at you, just waiting to hear what you say.
Yeah.
And it's just such a powerful feeling. Like
it's powerful.
I could chase that shit, man. I've never had anything else give me that feeling.
Yeah, nah, bro. You gotta surround yourself with the people that have the same dreams, same aspirations. Oh, yeah. Work hard for it. Attract the shit that you know that you can attract. You know, the best to your ability. So.
Well, you gotta surround yourself with people who are gonna be real with you too. Like,
yeah. We don't have yes men around here.
Yeah, you can't have people that are gonna hype you up too much, you know, and you can't have people that are gonna bring you down, because that's not what friends are. Friends don't tell you to go get as fucked up as you can and let everything just fall apart. Friends are the ones that kick you in the ass and tell you what you're doing wrong.
And
just,
you know,
keep you on track. Because if your friends aren't constantly keeping you on track and, you know, looking out for your best interest, you cut that shit, because that's negativity just growing and growing.
That's true.
And then you don't live up to your potential because you're too busy focusing on these people who are only giving you those negative responses and only feeding you this negative energy. You know what I mean?
It's a toxic energy, like you said. Yeah, it's very toxic, so you don't want to be surrounded by
it's all around us. You got to avoid that shit.
Yeah. It's just the ability of knowing, like, you know, how to tell, like, who's, you know, who do you not fuck with or who do you fuck with, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. So what's your favorite song in your catalog, like, that you dropped?
My favorite one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be, I mean, I like 1 hour later. Someone had sent me like this Mac Miller beat, and I thought it was really cool. And I was like, yeah, I kind of want to go for that vibe on this one.
Yeah, Mac Miller, man, inspiration off the top.
Oh.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. Definitely a great storyteller, which is always what I try to be, which is kind of, it's hard to do because, you know, you lose track of lyrics a lot, and you can just like drag on. And I'd rather listen to something that is just a story that can go across, because it shows a lot of talent.
Yeah, you want the whole meal.
Keep the same topic, exactly.
You just don't
I don't like switching topics a lot. You know what I mean?
I feel that that's just control of your structure or control of your music structure. It just shows, you know, the better artists in you. So yeah, that's
for sure.
Yeah, that's real, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's real.
Oh yeah.
I got one. I got one being. It's getting like engineered right now and everything, but it's for the label I'm with. It's called To the Grave, and it's this label based out of Boston. And my homie Hook and I, we released a song called High Low, and that did really, really well. So we're releasing a song called Enjoy the Ride very soon. It's in the works. It's
okay.
I have an EP on my phone right now that I hate because it's not. Well, I love it, but I hate that I can't do anything with it right now because we're mixing it, mastering it, and I have like 6 songs on my phone just like ready to go.
Bro,
and I'm just sitting there listening to them all depressed because I'm like they're not out yet, and I gotta get it.
Like fuck. Bro,
exactly, it's a process, man.
We definitely gotta do something though. That's what I was gonna say. Like, put a beat out, I'll spaz on it. Something that's motivating, something that's like moving. I speak my truth. That's the only thing indie bros do.
Business talk right now.
That's the only thing that's all we do over here. So.
Yeah, no, man. I mean, I'm always down, man. I told you, like, I don't, like, there have been times where I've hit people up and I've had people hit me up for features and everything, but it all comes down to, like, people's energy and shit for me. Like, if your energy's just off,
me too, though.
Can't do it. I'd never do anything for money. I'd never do anything like that.
Yeah, it's energy, and it's also the point of view, like what the fuck are we gonna be doing? Like,
oh yeah,
because I want to know ahead of time, like, all right, so this track's gonna be about this or that, you know, or just a freestyle track, just speak our minds on it, or just, you know, I like to know the shit ahead of time sometimes.
Yeah, man. I think overall message is something that's overlooked a lot because people forget that music just has such an impact on us, just for lots of different reasons.
Subconsciously,
and so,
you know.
Exactly. There's just messages in there that, you know, people are listening to because, you know, if you've never heard of me, if you don't know me as a person, like I've known you for 12 years, dude. You know me as a human being. So when you listen to my music, you know who I am, and so it's easier to relate to it. But if you have no clue who I am, if you just hear my song, that's all you know me by. You just know me by that track, and I'd rather be known as someone who's just, you know, self-aware, conscious, respectful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I'd rather be known as that like insightful, wise person than just some dumbass kid with a microphone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Same though. Like, speak for your roots, speak for your family, speak for the people that feel they don't have a voice. You know? Yeah. I feel like that. I feel like every time I go on a mic, I speak for my ancestors. So. But yeah, that's real shit, man. That's real shit. That is real shit.
I mean, that's what we like to do on here. We like to chop it up with some real ass people, have a good time, and of course, I have another question too. So, as an artist, what do you feel like what's the hardest thing to deal with? Being an artist and being the type of artist you are, what's the hardest thing that you feel like you have to go through as an artist?
Doubt. Just
okay.
just straight up, just because.
And I like that.
You know,
I like that. Just elaborate, but I like that.
There's a lot of different ways that it can manifest, but it's the same thing over and over, and it shows itself in every single aspect of music writing.
Yeah.
Like all the production, it's all doubt. Like, am I gonna be able to overcome writer's block? You know what I mean? Am I gonna be able to get my voice right for this? Am I gonna be able to re-record this? Am I gonna be able to get this out in time?
You can't be your own roadblock. My bad.
Yeah, man, and it just makes you dissociate. Do you know what I mean? It just puts you in your own world where you just feel less of a person because of it. And if you take yourself too seriously when you're doing it, you put so much pressure on yourself that you end up just feeling like you can't handle the pressure because you don't think you're strong enough as a person.
100%.
But when you break it down, you know, you start to understand, like whenever I get like writer's block or anything like that, I just tell myself that I've done it before. I'm just like, you know, I've done it before, I can do it again. Because at some point you just wonder, am I gonna run out of shit to say one of these days? And the answer is no, because, you know, your consciousness is ever expanding. You'll never run out of shit to say. Like, look around at where we're living at right now. Look at the shit that's going on in the country, be it, you know, drug problems, social problems, political problems, mental problems, anything like that. There's so many things to talk about. Talk about your situation. Talk about your friend's situation.
That's
talk
facts.
about, you know, the state as a whole. Do you know what I mean? Talk about everyone. Like the shit that if you're the truest version of yourself, which is always what I try to do in music, I just try to put the truest version of myself out. If you're the truest version of yourself, you'll never run out of shit to say because everyone's interesting. Everyone has a story, and I can sit down and talk to people for hours about what they've been through. So I can sit down and listen to you for hours about what you've been through.
Yeah, no, that's real shit. That's real shit.
And that's the thing. Like
The world is ever evolving. Like you know, everything is evolving. Everything's changing. You can always, and if you put, and you think of it that way, like that's your straight passion, and you know, then that's the real art in music. You can't.
No, you're right.
Most people just do it because it sounds cool or they're trying to be cool or whatever. Yeah.
The thing about music to me is before I started being like me and Mel, we've known each other for a while too, but you guys have obviously known each other way longer.
Yeah.
But the connection that I built with Mello, some of it is based off music. Now, music per se, I'll be the first to admit this. It's not my passion, right? It's not my first thing. That I would go to, but with Mello, he gives me, you know, when I'm around him, we're making music because we've made shit. It's just it's different. He gives me that passion. His passion feeds off and it attaches to me. So his passion for this is huge. And if anyone could do it, it's this kid because I mean he's got a lot of heart. And a lot of people haven't seen that stuff yet, but when you guys start to see what this kid writes and what and how he spits and everything, it's crazy. And no, I've heard your music, and one thing that I respect about your music so much is that some of your wordplay is really good. Your lyrical ability, I could tell that what you listen to really is on that page there too, because you know, you take what you listen to, you take that as inspiration, and a lot of those guys, man, they're lyrical as hell. And I hear some stuff that you're saying, I'm like, God damn, you know. So your lyrical ability, you can spit, you're a spitting motherfucker. Mello showed me a lot of your stuff. You know, I got a lot of respect for you. You're a heavy hitter.
I appreciate that, man. I do. I appreciate it, man. Mello's always been a real one, like real recognized, real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, man. I mean, like. No, I feel it's the same way about Mello. I remember like going to YouTube because Mello sent me a link of like one of his songs that he did, and I was listening to it and it was like boom rap, which I thought was really cool because I've always respected that because that's just one of the that's where lyrics really took life back in the day. You know what I mean? Because you can do so many things with an instrumental like that, like where it's just you have so many different flows you can flow on.
Yeah.
And so it's always interesting to see what people are gonna do. And but it's cool that Mello actually, you know, he doesn't just say things to say them. You know, he actually like has meaning in what he says, which is always something you have to try to understand. Like I know people that can spit, but it's always just like random shit, you know, for fun or something like that. They're just chopping it up with someone. You know what I mean? They're not actually like saying something.
I feel like it has much more power if you like, you know, mean everything you say. Then then it has a different energy to it. So it's like this is real music. Like everything you hear is real. That's what you want to do.
I mean, I started really getting into writing lyrics when I was like 9 or 10.
Yeah, that was.
It's because I got into like spoken word poetry, and I always thought that was cool. Was just people that could do like spoken word.
Yeah.
And that's why I never really like. As I got older, I was able to like figure out, you know, what kind of like instrumentals, like what kind of like beats I could spit on. But as a kid, like the instrumental never really mattered to me. It was always more about lyrics.
Yeah, me too though.
And just for like popularity reasons, you can understand why like beats are incredibly important because you know that's the first thing people hear. They don't hear your voice first; they hear the instrumental.
Yeah.
So if it's not something that's gonna catch their mind, you know, right away, it's not something that they're gonna even listen to. So you have to always find a good balance of the two.
That's facts. Balance is the key of life, I like to say.
Oh yeah.
It's the key of a lot of things. I feel like literally everything. So that's real though. That's real shit, man.
It's real shit. It's always real shit. That's what I like to say, man.
Yeah.
Always, man. We keep it real. But
we definitely gonna do shit. We're gonna work on like a tape or something. Like
we got to. We got. So I want to I want to put out.
like
I want to put out. I don't want to put out one. I want to put out multiple.
Me too. That's what I'm saying. So when we together and cooking shit, it's not. It's just gonna become like a whole thing. We should call it something like day ones or something deep, and we have like an old picture of us or something like OG and shit, and then
I do got that old picture, bro. I do got that old picture on deck. I got a couple on deck from 5th grade.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So maybe if someone could like get one of those pictures, mix it up, do something like OG with it, and then come back with it, bro.
Yeah, it's always fun. A lot of my album covers are from my buddy Tommy Drevers, because he's a crazy photographer.
Yeah, I seen.
And so a lot of the pictures that I put out are from him. Like if I put out a picture of myself, it's from Tommy.
Ridiculous, like the one with the smoke, right? You had the little smoke shits. Was
the smoke grenade? That was fun. Yeah, that was on top of this abandoned naval tower.
Yeah. Okay. That was crazy. You had like smoke.
Okay.
It's pretty lit, but that's good, man. We definitely doing something. We definitely gonna cook that up.
Of course. We're gonna plan that behind closed doors and let the people know.
But honestly, it's gotta be 2021 shit, bro. For real.
Yeah, no, dude, 2021 has to make up for 2020.
Like soon, like we're cooking, cause I'm cooking a lot of big shit. But that doesn't mean.
Yeah, no, I'm always down. Like I'm always ready. Like,
yeah. So like I said,
I'm blessed with a producer who will drive to me, like wherever I am.
That's fire. So I'm just gonna send you concepts. We start making track lists and we start doing what it do. That's what it is.
Yeah, man, it sounds good to me. That's really. I don't really have a process for features. Like sometimes it's like I'll send someone an open verse. They'll send me an open verse. Somebody will show me a beat they're working on. Somebody will show me lyrics.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't. We can start at any point. You know what I mean? You can start when it's almost done. You can start at the creation of something.
Which is
so
true.
It doesn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I also like to put shit together in my mind. So, but yeah, we're gonna be doing it. So we're working on that shit.
And of course, guys, if you're here
Definitely.
and you are not subscribed, please remember to subscribe below, like the video, check the link in the description to check out YRU VEXxD. And of course,
is there anything new that you're doing again for the next drops? Anything that you want to promote?
Let the people know what's going on.
Promote.
I got a show at an art gallery in Somerville this Friday. With the rest of the Grave members, the dudes from TTG. Shout out Rotten, Spags, Hook. I got the EP coming with my label. I got a couple different albums coming with them.
Okay.
Nice.
It's definitely in the works. A lot of stuff is in the works with TTG. And personally, I mean, I'm releasing stuff. Like I said, I have an abundance of songs. I could drop something 5 minutes from now. I could drop something 5 months from now. It just depends on how I'm feeling, if I think something's ready. But I'm always releasing new shit. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Make sure you follow all his accounts. Make sure you follow everything. The productions.
And make sure to keep shining your light. And as always, stay tuned for the next live show.
We're definitely gonna get him on live again.
Of course, we'd love to have you again, bro. And thank you for being such a great guest, keeping us engaged. And of course, shout out everybody. Good night.